Hi, this is Christina on Releasing for a Better Life. I'm going to just review this program with you again really quickly. This is about taking all of your problems, whether they're good or they're bad, whatever is going on in your life, and releasing these to God or whatever spiritual energy you attain to. And so how I do it, it's really a pretty easy process. You just take everything you're going through and imagine putting it in a ball. And I the first few times I did it, it would take me 15-20 minutes. It got into being much less, like I could get it done in just a couple minutes. But when you start, it definitely takes you a while, and you release everything about a topic, whatever you're going through, whether it's a problem at work or a problem with your spouse, whether it's issues with your children or with yourself, and maybe it's your weight or something you're trying to manifest. And you release these, all of it, every piece, the good, the bad, every part of it you can think of, and you just kind of let it vent and imagine it all going into this ball or bubble or balloon, whatever you need it to be. And then you release it. You imagine it going up, and it gets released into your God, and there it is, taken, and everything is taken in. Some of it's healed, some of it's released and let go. Other times you'll get messages back in various forms. Sometimes they come right away, sometimes they take a while. And with those messages, you can decide how you want to go forth with this. The messages do come, and when they come, it's pretty clear the message you're getting, the message you're receiving. I think of it a lot like prayer, only it's pretty distinct on what you're releasing. I originally started using this because I had an anxiety issue, a really big anxiety issue that was hindering my life. And so every time I felt this anxiety, I would put it all into this ball and I would imagine it getting released. And sometimes I would get them back, sometimes I wouldn't. But I did notice quickly within weeks that my stress and my anxiety were disappearing, and my health was improving, and I was finding solutions to things and finding answers to things. And I'm still getting them from the initial times that I've done this. I still get them months, even a year later. I'll get messages and it'll dawn on me what that message is about. As I progressed, like I said, I got shorter. I also fine-tuned it to being able to work on specific things that I'm trying to either get into my life or I'm trying to work through, especially things I'm trying to improve on or make better. I will imagine, or something I'm trying to manifest, bring into my life. These are usually really good things that I'm trying to bring forth, such as getting a new job or meeting that special someone, or finding some piece to something you've been working on. So I will imagine that there's a bird here, and I will put just that specific thing onto a bird. And I imagine that bird going up to God, God holding the bird and fixing that issue and coming back down. And then I hold the bird and I feel the release and the work being done on that issue, on whatever it is I'm requesting. And that's a really great process too when you are trying to manifest, because they always say you ask once and you ask very clearly, and you're only going to put one thing on this bird, one thing for it to hold. And so it's a great way to work on that asking you shall receive, because you're going to ask on the bird and you imagine it actually getting up there to God or whatever it is. The last piece I do is when I feel the need to just talk. I talk to my angels. I just go outside and I talk out loud, and all this is done out loud. I want you to know I don't do anything like just in my mind, although it does become sort of meditative. It's talking out loud, and I will spend time just talking to my angels, and I tell them anything and everything. And it's a very safe place. It alleviates your friends and family having to listen to you repeat, because the angels don't care. You can say it over and over again, repeat it. You can cry, you can laugh, you can talk, but it's very cleansing. And I truly believe that angels are around us and they're taking care of us, and they want to hear what's going on and they want to help us get through this. And sometimes just by being able to vent and talk and get through this, it's all you need to feel better. So and with this, you're going to see yourself evolve, and you're going to see areas maybe you want to improve on, areas that you need to change. You'll feel desires to go places and do things that you hadn't had before. It's a pretty amazing situation, and you can use it for just about anything. I would say you could use it for anything you need to work towards. And this is great for people doing anything in their lives. It's not like this, just for those like me who have anxiety. I've had friends that I've had work on it that have no anxiety. They just are trying to create a better life for themselves, and they feel great process with it too. So, and these videos are videos of kind of a live journal on how I'm working on this and things I've discovered through doing this that are really helping me in this practice and helping me in my practice of manifesting, my practice of letting go of stress and just living a better life all around. It really is for a better life. So what I want to talk about this week, and something I've really become empowered by, is meditating. And the reason I want to talk about this, obviously releasing is a type of meditating, but I noticed sometimes, they always talk about meditating, and we would meditate or try an attempt, and it just never worked. It was like everything I had to get done, everything that was coming up, all the issues going on in my life were still coming up through this meditation. And yet I'd heard how important meditation is. It's so important just to calm your mind. And so I started looking at different techniques and different things people suggested. And one of the big things that came up is meditating for the moment. You just meditate at this moment. You want to clear your mind. You don't want to think about the dishes that are to be done, or the work you have to get done, or having to teach your children, or anything. You want to just clear your mind. You want a few minutes of just letting everything empty. And when you let everything empty and you let your mind just be in this moment is very calm. It's, when you've chosen to meditate, it's usually in a calm, mellow area, and it's quiet. And so when you've chosen to go there, you went there because you wanted to quiet your mind. And I cannot tell you how important this is, because we all live in this fast-paced world, and we all live with so many things in our head and in our mind that we have to do. And if you can spend even 5-10 minutes a day just letting that empty, just letting your mind go blank. And it also is a good time to allow yourself to think about the one thing you're trying to work on. There's always one thing that you want to work on more than anything, because once you work on that thing and you make it happen, everything else is going to start falling into place, whatever that is. So it allows you to work on that one thing as well. And so there's two ways I want to talk about that really have helped me quiet my mind and settle my mind so that I can have a great meditation and come out feeling better. And then I'm going to just describe some of the things that have happened since I've incorporated this type of meditation into my life. So the first thing you can do, and this is really well known, so none of these are big secrets, but the first one is to just listen to yourself breathe. Just focus on your breath. Don't focus on anything else. You want to just listen to yourself breathe in, hold your breath, and breathe out. And you want it to be very slow, at a nice rhythm and pace, and pretty equal. And if you do that and you really concentrate on that breathing for however long you can possibly get into this meditation, you'll find your mind instantly goes quiet. Everything else that's going on around you disappears. And it allows you to just focus on this one thing, and it's a nice way to quiet your mind. Another way, and you want to start obviously with the breathing. I always suggest, even if it's for just a minute, that listen to your breathing. The next great piece to do is think about that one thing you're trying to manifest or create or bring into your life, whatever that is. If it's, let's say it's manifesting money, if you just, while you're in the meditation and you're in the here and the now, you're not in the future, you're not in the past, you're in this moment, just quietly say to yourself, in this moment, I am manifesting money into my life. In this moment, I am manifesting money into my life. In this moment, I'm manifesting money into my life. Just keep repeating it to yourself. Very quiet, very slow. Just keep saying it over and over again as you breathe. and you relax, and you'll find the more you say it, the easier it comes to you. It doesn't seem repetitive, it seems very natural, and it also becomes very real. And that's a way to quiet your mind. That's phenomenal. I do that quite often. I don't think of solving world problems or big issues. I just think about quieting my mind and focusing on the one thing that I'm trying to bring into my life at that moment. So whatever it is for you, whether it's a new job, could be a car, could be a romance, who knows what it is, but whatever it is, you just keep repeating that in the most positive, simple term possible over and over again. So I want to talk about some of the things I've noticed since I've incorporated this real quiet mind meditation for just a few minutes a day. I think maybe most days I make about 10 minutes. Some days it's about 20. You know, I have a kind of whole meditation practice that goes along with it that incorporates about 20, 25 minutes. So the actual meditation is very brief. But since I have been doing that meditation, it's like I see the world different and the world sees me different. Things that used to stress me out don't stress me out anymore. I'm, I don't worry about going to work. I don't worry about, it seems like at work things just go easier. They go smoother and better. It seems like my husband and I just don't have the stress with each other. My kids are calmer, and this may seem coincidental, but I don't believe it is. It's the simple things like magically, like this dream car we had been thinking about was available at a really good price. It seems, oh, were you working on that? I wasn't, but it came about and it worked at the exact right time. The first week I tried it, I was shocked because every shift I went to work was fantastic. It was a great shift. I hadn't had that in a year where every single night was great. I didn't have a bad shift. And I attribute this to this quiet mind. And also things that I hadn't thought I was interested in just keep popping up. Like things I didn't even think about, that I didn't even know that would be an interest to me, or an interest to me. And I'm very interested. And then some of the bad stuff that was eating at me or kind of encompassing my thoughts, I don't notice anymore. They just don't bother me, and I don't even bother to look at them or read them. So those are some of the great things I've gotten from this, and I know there's many more I could list, and I know there's many more that you will experience as well, and I would love to hear about those. So anyway, that's the end of this. I hope you all give this a try. I hope you all have a great success. I know you will have great success if you can develop this quiet mind meditation where you really empty things out. And we'll talk later about some more different types of things I'm doing before my meditation that have kind of elevated what I'm working towards. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye-bye.